Alright, hello, back with another part in the tutorial. In this one we'll get up through space jump and the Dragon fight. So, we just got the gravity suit. You just run through this door. And fall down, straight down. When I get up here, I like to hold a charge shot because this door is a lot easier to hit with a charge than with a regular shot. It might be easy to hit with phaser, but I don't know. Once you get about here, you release the charge shot and you should be able to hit it. Open the door while running. And then hold another charge coming into this room. Show what happens. There's a pretty cool trick you can do here. That trick is called Lake Ball. If you come in here holding a charge, you just release, shoot, keep holding run, and if you jump at the last moment on this, you can get all the way across and then hit a mock ball on the other side. You could see through this room and the next room really fast. You want to avoid falling into the water though, so it's a little bit of a risky strat. But yeah, you get to come in here really fast like that. If you don't like that, you can just try to jump across. The main thing is be sure to jump, because like falling down here sucks. With the bomb, then jump up. So if anything, just try to jump earlier rather than later. Now, if you hit the lake ball, you'll get under this guy pretty easily. If not, you can select missiles and just shoot him. Now, when you shoot at that block, you want to start holding a charge, because we're going to want to farm these crabs. Crabs drop power bombs and health, both of which you'll probably want here. But you hold a charge, jump from there to pseudo screw. Now I waited, so I didn't catch the guy in time. But you can pseudo through this guy like that and kill him in one hit, and then just shoot the other one. So I'll try to show what it looks like in full time. Oops, I did not turn off my missiles. So like that, and then collect their drops and fall down through the door and grab the elevator. And now in this room there's a thing you can do here with unmorphing. Like if you just ball up and try to fall through the room, it's going to be hard. But if you time this unmorph, you can like skip past this platform right here, since unmorphing in air like resets your fall speed. So it, reduces your speed enough to where you can kind of maneuver around that, and you can fall all the way through the room and come through here. But if you need supers, you can also farm these guys. Right now my supers are full, so they're giving me health, but ordinarily they will drop supers like nearly 100% of the time. You can also farm them for health, but I wouldn't want my health to be pretty high. Probably like 150-ish if I was going to do that, because upcoming we're going to have Meridia. We're going to want a good amount of health going into Meridia probably, especially when you first start. But also when we're first starting, if your health is low, like mine is kind of low right now, I would just skip farming these crabs and get the health refill at the bottom of Red Tower, because the crabs aren't going to give me enough health that I want anyway. Like you're probably going to want 200 or more going into Meridia when you're new to the game. So in this situation I would just fall through the room. because farming their health doesn't really get me anything, because I'm going to be getting the health refill anyway. That's the good strat, we don't want to do that. If you're comfortable with damage boosting, you can just get on this platform, face away, you know, hold jump, time, hitting, oops, don't fall in the flower, hitting away like that. Dude, I'm bad at the beginner strats apparently. This damage boost from these spikes to the door is kinda tricky. There's a specific timing for it. I would just platform across. You really don't want to get grabbed by these top flowers, is one of the reasons that boost is risky. And a lot of times you also land in this flower down here. So when starting out I would just platform across these. It's really not that slow. Come in here, shoot out that thing, and then ball up while you're falling down here. And that way you can do like that unmorph thing again to skip this platform. Just unmorph in air and you can get around it. And then you can ball up again and blow that up. Oops. Ball, bomb. If you need a power bomb, this guy will drop you one 100% of the time. Going into Meridia, I would probably want... See, for a beginner, I guess you don't need that many power bombs since we're not doing X Vector strats. But you need at least 2 power bombs from this point on. One to blow up the tube, and one to clear a section of power bomb blocks in Meridia. So be sure, you know, if you're coming into this room and you have 0 or 1 power bombs, it's probably a good idea to farm this guy. Anyways, fall down here. Now if you have, like I was saying, if you have less than 200 health, like I do here, you can come into this room and grab this. In full health, it's really nice. I might get that every time in my first runs, just because it's really nice to have full health. Just make your way through this room. Worry too much about those guys. Shoot the cack attack. Select power bombs. And then you can kind of ball up, do like a bounce ball or might ball into this room, and just mash power bomb. Now, if you stay still, this tube actually will not blow up. I'm holding nothing on the controller. So just stand still after you've let go of the power bomb and then try to just time a jump. There should be no reason to fall down there since, you know, so long as jump is your first, the only thing you do after the tube is blown up, the game won't resume or blow up the tube until your first input. So shoot up this door. The fast way to do this is to get a wall jump kind of off this into the room. And so you're kind of like already wall jumping, and then you can get up here and wall jump up to here. That might be a little tricky. You can just jump through though. I don't know why I gotta charge here. There's a jump you can do into this room if you jump at the last possible moment. Ugh. Let me just save when I'm up here. I think I got it here. Yeah. If you jump at the last possible moment before entering that door, you can get up all the way up to here. and open the door and get through. But if you don't, it's also no big deal. You can just wall jump up, shoot up. Now, there's a couple different ways to do this. The fast but kind of hard way is to wall jump from here up into the door, or up to where you can wall jump through the door. Oops. Like that. That's probably a little tricky if you're not totally comfortable with wall jumping, so with ice there's an easier thing you can do. Just turn on ice. We're gonna need it turned on anyway soon, so it's not a big deal to do this, to pause and turn back on ice. And then you shoot this guy 3 times and you'll freeze him, and you can use him as a platform. You just stand on him, and then jumping through the door is really easy. But yeah, do whatever you're comfortable with here. Now here, I'm not gonna teach the strat for Shine Sparking Dragon. It's a hard strat that requires quite a bit of practice, and if you're a new player, you're probably not gonna want to bother with it. If you do want to learn it, there are a bunch of tutorials on how to do it. But I'm not going to show it. So what we're going to want here to fight Dragon is some extra super missiles, because just having 10 supers and fighting Dragon with ammo is, you're probably going to take a time hit. So a good option is the supers up here in this hidden passageway, the crab supers. And there are a couple different ways to get to them. The fastest way is just to wall jump. Oh my gosh. And then ball up and hold left against the wall, and you'll come into this secret tunnel area. Here's your supers. Once again, if you're uncomfortable with wall jumping, there's like an easier way to do it, where you can come over here to this blade of grass and get a run, jump, ball up. You don't have to fool around with any wall jumping or anything. Get up here. Alright, so now we got crab supers. Now you want to get a charge coming back through here. Charge up a Shine Spark and do a diagonal spark. You do a diagonal spark just by holding angle up and hitting jump. It's really easy to do. Don't do that though. And it'll get you all the way up to this door. Now again, if you're low on power bombs for whatever reason, you can also farm, one of the crabs or something. They're also likely to give you health though, so just know that. Also, if for whatever reason you're low on health, you can don't get hit though. You can charge up your Shine Spark and do some jumps, and that'll cut down on the amount of health that Shine Spark eats up. But as a beginner, if you have low health at all, I would just get the refill and red tower that I showed. You don't really have to worry about your health management through this part of the run if you do that. But anyways, spark up here, run in this room, holding angle down probably, because you need to shoot this out right away, and you can select supers. Super this door, select power bombs, and you want to lay a power bomb to clear out those blocks. And wall jump up this wall and jump through the door. Show that again. Supers, shoot, power bombs. Oops, slay the power bomb. Come into this room. You can just back up all the way to here to get your charge, to get through these blocks. Alright, now we have Batoon. Let's come into this room. Now, if you haven't already, like for the fish tank thing, or for that, to freeze that fish to get out of that one room, you want to turn on ice, because we're going to kill Batoon with 10 charge shots. And having ice on adds to the damage that allows us to do that. So just start holding a charge and wait for him to come out. He will always come in on the top left hole first. But then it's random what he does. Just stand in this bottom left corner. He'll never hit you with his body. And just do this right here. It's pretty easy and safe strat. Show it again. Oops, I don't have ice on. Make sure you have ice on. Remember one time I forgot to turn it off, or turn it back on when I was new, and it took a year to kill him, and I was confused. I'm trying to avoid his green spit or whatever. And the reason we don't want to use any of our supers or anything on this fight is because we need that for Dragon, since we're not going to be doing the Shine Spark strat. But anyways, kill him, collect those drops, get out of the room. Should be a pretty straightforward fight with that strat. Pretty easy. When here you can missile this first guy. Oops, I jumped at the wrong time. You want to come up here and get the sea tank. Just wait until you're past the 4th guy. Jump up and ball up. Be careful here, like if you ever fall, you want to be really careful about like KOing or quick dropping through the sand, because if you fall and then turn around as you hit the sand, you can like fall straight through, and it's a giant time loss. I can't get it right now, but I guess that might kind of be it. But yeah, like this, and then you fall into here, one of these sand tunnels, and then you're way back out here. And this is, you know, not fun. Not fun if this happens at all. You have to come all the way back up through here. Back into Batoon's room. And so yeah, that's a healthy time loss. Don't let that happen to you. Just missile kill these guys, and you'll be able to collect their drops as you charge to the right here. As long as you start after this pipe, I think you can do a one-tap short charge and have the charge activate before you hit the sand. So if you're comfortable with your one-taps, you can do that pretty easily. If not, you can run back further and just hold run the whole way. That's fine too. Your cue to open the door is right when you clear this last, or this sand pit right about when you get to here or here. You can shoot the door and run through with full speed. Oops, I did not one tap. And then here you can just jump up. That's faster than doing something like... A lot of new players think this is fast, but it really isn't. Oops, I didn't even... charge... Oh my gosh. I'm terrible. I'll just save in this room. A lot of players think it's fine to do this, which if that's easy for you, go for it, but it's actually faster to do this. Just jump up, because sparking has this like delay where you crashed into the ceiling before it gives you back control. And then you can come into this room and work your way through it. Now, I'll also show like a little bit more. This is more of an advanced thing, but it's something you can work towards. I think it's fun to practice. It's sort of the intermediate strat here, I guess. The best strat is the full halfie, of course, where you can charge a spark and get through the entire next room. But an easier thing to do, a more practical thing to do for a beginner, is the halfie spark, where you're gonna charge. Why can't I charge shine sparks? You're gonna charge a shine spark and wall jump up, and out of your last wall jump, you want to do this. You want to shoot the door and then time a spark through, and that gets you through half the room with a shine spark, which is pretty sweet. Oh, don't diagonal spark. That's no good. So what I'm doing there is just 1, 2, 3, 4. I kind of like hold jump out of that fourth one and shoot the door open. And then spark through. Do like a mid-air shine spark. I talked about how to do those, I think, in the last video. But yeah. If you can't do this, it's no big deal. You have to have pretty good wall jumps to be able to do it. But it's something nice, something fun to practice, I feel like. But if you're uncomfortable with that, you can just come up here. Normal way. Now this room is a giant pain for most beginners. If any one of these Metroids gets in your way, you can just freeze them or kill them or whatever. You're gonna have to be pretty good at wall jumping to get through this room. There's not really any other way. Now right here is probably the toughest, because this structure is oddly shaped with this like section jutting out up here. You have to wall jump like right above this area, this like area in the wall where it's dark, it's not pink. You have to wall jump right in here, right above that area. If you're too high, you won't be able to get around to the outside, and if you're too low, you won't reach it. So you gotta be right in here. So this wall jump will take some practice, but that's what you have to do right there to get up here. This is pretty frustrating for me when I first learned, but work at it and just realize you need to wall jump sort of in this area. You come through here, super that door, then super this eye door, and Then we have Dragon. So this fight's pretty fun. You want to kill these turrets. They're super annoying. They take 3 missiles each. Oh my gosh. Right here is where you can stand to angle up, shoot those. You can work on your short charges if you want. But I'm going to teach a pretty noob strat to handle the boss. One thing to know is, if you notice there, if I'm morphed on the ground, she can never hit me during a swoop phase. And she has 2 things she can do. She can swoop, like she's doing now, that's a swoop. Or she can, that's another swoop. See, if I'm balled on the ground, she'll never hit me. And then that's a goo phase, where she spits this stuff at you to try and trap you, and kind of slowly moves across the screen. The first phase will always be, she will always swoop from the left to the right to start the fight, and then it'll either be a goo or another swoop from there. After a goo phase, she will also always swoop, so it's pretty much what you need to know about her patterns. So on swoop phases, like this first one, we'll just want to hold a charge and try to shoot her, and then you can ball up to avoid getting hit. And now on a goo phase, you want to run to the opposite corner and do pretty much what I just did there. You're going to run to the opposite corner and clear all the goo with your beam. You can also clear it with a power bomb, but the problem with that is the power bomb will clear the goo, but the goo won't actually drop you any like missiles or health or supers or anything, which is, you know, you're going to want to get drops probably. So clearing it with your beam is nice because the goo will leave you drops. So yeah, hold a charge, shoot, morph, hold a charge. Switch to ammo after you've cleared the goo. Preferably your supers, because they do a ton of damage. And as the fight goes on, she starts getting a little more aggressive with her swoops. Oops. She starts going a little faster. Dude. Okay, she's finally dead. But yeah, that's kind of an easier beginner strat to do on the boss. I'll show it a few more times. You want to stand close. Like, a lot of players will stand in the middle, but it's like hard to tell when she's gooing and stuff. You want to stand close to the side that she's coming off of. So see, I'm standing pretty far to the right here. That way I trigger her goo really early and can clear it and start going. Going to town. So she starts to get kind of fast on those. Just one missile away. So yeah, as soon as you know how this fight works, it shouldn't be too bad for you. Collect these drops. If you ever get in trouble during the fight, you can stay balled on the ground when she's doing those swoops. And like I said, she'll never hit you. And then you can just fight her during the goo phases when you're getting drops and stuff. But it shouldn't be too bad for you, as long as you know what you're doing, which you should since you're watching this video. So, come over here, open this door, jump across, and you have your space jump. So yep, that does it for this segment. The next one, I think I will go up through Ridley. It'll be fun. There's a lot of stuff between here and Ridley. But yep, thanks for watching. Hope it helps.